Reason number one is the fact that it works at the highest level, right? National champs use it. It has been used against national champs. Um, Works against Jordan Burroughs. Enough said about that, right? Obviously, it works against the best guys. Every feet to back move is high reward. Their feet to back, you can pin the guy with it. You can get a bunch of points with it. What makes the Fireman's carry different, however, is the fact that it's also high reward but low risk. A lot of high reward moves are also high risk. But this is a low risk, high reward move that's pretty rare. The only other low risk, high reward move that I think is feasible at the highest level that you can really make your bread and butter is the Iranian lat drop. The reason, and as you see, I watch a lot of guys who do the fireman's carry. The worst thing that may happen is they may give up a 2 point go behind, 2 point takedown, but even that is rare. Usually, worst case scenario, not worst case scenario, but what typically happens is they just end up not getting a takedown at all. If it doesn't end up going as planned, if they end up not getting points themselves, they just don't give up a takedown. So it really is no punishment. Now, to make my point, I'm going to contrast this with what people typically think about when they think about feet to back, which is upper body trips, throws, so that's lat drops, inside trips, outside trips, just typical body locks, whatever you want to think of. I'm going to use a few examples to contrast it against the fireman's carry and explain why that low risk factor is so important when considering this move. The first example I'm going to use when highlighting this is the trio: Isaiah Martinez, Alex Marinelli, and Vincenzo Joseph. So let's get into it. So Omar is really good at outside trips. Really good at outside trips. Underrated part of his game. So this is him at the Big Ten Championships in 2017 against number 2 guy in the country, Logan Massa. Double underhooks. Takes right over to his back for 6 points. If you're a national champ, he's a 2-time national champ in this video. He won 2 titles at 157. And you just took out the number 2 guy in the country with double underhooks, with a double underhook outside trip. Think about the mindset. I'm good from this position. No matter who I'm wrestling, I am great at this position. Keep that in mind. And you have the semifinals 2 weeks later. Joseph versus Massa. Score tie 3-3. So now you have Chenzo, who just made the NCAA finals as a freshman by using the double over inside trip. Those two things fit together like a puzzle. Somebody who likes to have double unders with an outside trip, and somebody who likes to have double overs with an inside trip. So this happens. A lot of people don't remember this obviously people remember this, but they don't realize that Amar is the one who actually initiated the position. Amar takes a shot, he gets up on the hooks. He's the one who tried to go outside trip first. This is why I'm highlighting. He's a 2-time national champ. He just beat the number 2 guy in the country 2 weeks before to win his 3rd Big Ten title with this move. So he's good at the move. You can't say he's not good at this position. But it's a dangerous game to play. And Joseph won this time. Amar ended up getting pinned. Joseph ended up winning his first title. So if you're Joseph, okay, in the semifinals, I hit a double over outside trip to win the match. Inside trip, double over inside trip. In the finals, I hit a double over inside trip to win my first NCAA title. So now you have Joseph versus a freshman Marinelli. He just hit an over-under inside trip. So at this point, if you're Joseph, this is whatever. Like, you have to understand the psyche, and why I say this position is such a high risk is because he's not going to back down from this position. He's the big dog when it comes to this position. So he's up 5-3 third period. Doesn't have to be doing anything high risk, but he does anyways. He has double overs. He has no respect for Marinelli. Why would he? He took down Logan Massa with it. He took down Isaiah Martinez with it. He already inside tripped Marinelli once with it, with over under. Why not just go for it, right? He goes for it. Marinelli puts him to his back. Okay, so now Marinelli is confident. So next time, because this was really just a counter, this was Chenzo doing something dumb, but this time Marinelli is the one who initiates the position. Pose, body lock, outside trip. So this time he actually initiates the outside trip. So he's feeling confident in this position. Listen to what he has to say after the match.
It was just like last year. He had him on a body lock. He thinks he's confident there. I think I'm confident where I am. So let's see who wins. I mean, when you lose that coin flip, you don't really want to gamble too much.
So Marinelli is feeling good. The last 2 times he wrestled Joseph, he took him feet to back twice. So is he going to back down from that position? No. So listen, you see what happened next time he wrestled. Same body lock. This is a clear 50-50 position. This time Marinelli forces the outside trip. Chenzo is ready. Ends up hitting Marinelli with a lat drop. Different angle. Lat drop. Same match. End of the period. Ride out is important. Marinelli ended up getting not just an escape, but a reversal. That same body lock position. End up getting 2. And what I'm trying to show is no matter how good you are at this position, it is a dangerous position. And if you play with it long enough, you will be burnt. I'm going to keep showing a few more examples. Next trio is going to be Miles Martin, Sammy Brooks of Iowa, and Bo Nickel. Big Ten semifinals. Miles Martin hit a body lock against Bo Nickel. This is actually the second and final time he beat Bo Nickel. And he did this. He ended up making the Big Ten finals against Sammy Brooks, who is amazing at underhooks, by the way. He got double unders. This is Sammy Brooks' position. Ends up hitting like a foot sweep, leg sweep. He takes Miles Martin to his back for 6 points. So this is his position. Let's take Miles Martin feet to back. This is his position. If you watch more of his matches, he uses this position a lot. So if you're Sammy Brooks, I don't care that Bo Nickel is good at the double over, right? I'm good at the double under. That's just how you feel. These guys don't back down from anybody. So you can see Sammy Brooks is the one who actually initiates this position. And as soon as he does, he regrets it. Because Bo Nickel is a beast at double overs. So it was a battle of who's going to be the guy who comes out on top. And this is the NCAA semifinals to make the NCAA finals to go for a national title. But Nickel ends up getting the pin in 1 minute. Or 61 seconds to be exact. Okay, these guys are all good guys, but they aren't the best guys. The best in the world. What Cal Dake is. And Cal Dake made headlines with his date bomb, especially the one against Jason Off at the U.S. Olympic trials. Date seemed unstoppable. He can put anybody to their back. But I don't care who you are. If you play with this position long enough, there are going to be times where it ends up biting you back. Sometimes it's going to be in the regular season or a random tournament where it doesn't matter as much. But sometimes it's going to be at the Olympics or the NCAAs. And that's what happened to Cal Dake. Same thing in Nov, low ankle to the seatbelt, body lock. But Kadimatov ends up punishing him for it. Ends up taking them 10-0. And I can do this all day. I can do this with Austin Gomez, who can throw anybody, who has also been thrown by quite a few people. Rich Lovett, Bryson Donian. Bryson Donian can throw a lot of guys, but for some reason, whenever he used to wrestle Josh Edmond just always beat him at this position. Even though he's a better overall wrestler than Josh Edmond. I mean, it's one of those things. Now, am I saying to stay away from this position? I am not saying that whatsoever. I have quite a few videos about upper body trips and throws, and I have a lot more videos that I'm going to do about it. What I am doing, however, is I'm highlighting the fact that usually if you want a feet to back move, if you want to take it there, you have to risk also being taken there yourself. Once you start playing with that double under, double over under position, you're good from there. And you can take him to his back. But if you're wrestling at a high level, they can also take you to your back. You don't have to worry about that with the fireman's carry, right? It's not, I've watched a lot of matches. I've never seen a guy taken to his back because he tried a fireman's carry. That just doesn't happen. So I was just using what people typically associate with feet to back. as a way to highlight how the fireman's carry can get you the same results, but a lot less risky. And a lot of guys feel like it's not a risky position for them, and I just showed no matter who you are, this is a risky position. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.